from Cozy Country here in partnership with Cozy Owl. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make wax brittle. So let's get going.
So let's run through what you'll need. I have 800 grams of paraffin pillow wax here. I also have 50 mils of Tutti Frutti fragrance oil. We've gone for two different colours. I have the lilac and the light blue. And just to go with it, we have some white and blue candle glitter. I have a baking tray here. This is just a standard kitchen baking tray. I also have my two pouring jugs and two wooden spoons, along with my electric weighing scale. Now to measure out our wax. I found a little tip on how to find out how much your baking tray will hold, and I filled it with water and poured it out into a measuring jug, and I found that I had just under 800 millilitres. So for this I'm going to use my full 800 grams of wax. So I'm pouring in 400 grams into each pot. Now your wax is all measured out, pop your first pot onto a medium heat and just keep giving it a really good stir around and help break it up, and just to help it melt through quicker as well. I'll just give it a little stir here and then I'll leave it just to melt, and then I'll come back and take the temperature, but in between I will keep coming and giving it a good mix up. You want your wax to be around 65 degrees before doing anything with it, so just let it melt through. And while your wax is melting, I just wanted to quickly prep my baking tray. So I want glitter to be on both sides of my brittle. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glitter on the first side so that when I start pouring, I know that on this side I will have plenty of glitter. Now my first pot has fully melted. As you can see, there are no extra bits. I'm just going to double check what the temperature is. I know it's going to be a little bit too high for me to do anything yet, but it's always good to have a double check. So I'm going to get my electric thermometer and I'll just have a little look and I will show you how hot it is. So as you can see, we're just over 90 degrees there, so I'm just going to take it off the heat. There's no heat on this other hob, so I'll pop it on there just to cool down for a few minutes. And whilst that one's cooling down, I'm going to start melting my next one. So just topping up the water again in my pan and keeping it on a medium heat, and the same as before, I'll keep coming back and giving it a really good stir around. So now my second pot has fully melted as well. I'm going to take that one off the heat too, because I know that that one is too hot. So I'll leave that one aside to cool down. And whilst it's cooling, I've checked the temperature on my first pot and we are around 60 degrees, which is around about perfect to be putting your dye in. So we will move on, and I'm starting with my light blue. And I'm going to put the entire bag, so the full 3 grams of this bag, into the 400 grams of wax, and give it a really good stir through. Keep breaking it up just like you did with your wax, just to make sure the colour goes all the way through. I've used the full 3 grams just because I want it to be a really nice vivid colour. I have popped it on just a little bit of extra heat just to make sure it melts properly. And once it was all melted through, I'm just going to give it a little stir and I'm going to add my fragrance oil. So because we've got 400 grams of wax in here, I'm going to measure out roughly 20 millilitres of this fragrance oil, just so that we have a nice high scent throw, and it's roughly half of the fragrance oil bottle as well. And as you can see in the bottom there, it has started to set as it's hit the wax as well, so that does mean that the wax is a little bit cool. So I'll give it a really good stir around, and I'm probably going to pop it on a little bit of heat just to warm it through, and then it's ready for pouring. So as you can see, it's all starting to set on my wooden spoon as well, and I don't want those like bits to be in the brittle, so I'm just going to make sure it melts all the way through, and then it will be ready for pouring. So my first pot is ready to go, and I'm going to double check my second pot, and we're around about 60 degrees again. So I'm going to repeat the process that I did with my first pot, and I'm going to pop the whole 3 grams of lilac dye into this wax. Give it a really good stir through, and it's just in warm water. There's no heat on this hob whatsoever. And then once it's all mixed through and I'm satisfied with it, I will move on to putting my fragrance oil in there as well, and again it will be about 20 millilitres of fragrance oil going in there. And once you're all ready to go, you're ready to pour at about 55 degrees here. Between 55 and 60 will be okay. And when you start pouring, you want to pour it kind of in a little bit of a pattern. So you don't want to pour into the full baking tray here. So as you can see, I'm being really gentle here, just so that I can create a little bit of a pattern, so that I can get a really nice layered effect with both colours. In between each one, you can see that it is setting straight away. It isn't like this on every single one, because it will be sitting on top of hot warm wax. So we will be leaving it around 5 minutes in between each one. Sometimes you can do it a bit less depending on the temperature of your room. But as you can see, I'm pouring into the little gaps here with my purple as well. So it looks so pretty when you start layering them all up. You'll get a really nice effect once it all sets and you can start pulling it out. So I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep layering up my different colours, making sure that they are more or less set in between each pour, and then we can just keep creating a really nice pattern. So now we're all layered up and I've popped a little bit of glitter over the top. I'm going to leave this to set just for the next hour or two because it is quite thick, and once it is all set, you're ready to start unmolding. So just keep pulling apart at the sides and trying to pop it out. I think I make it look quite difficult here, but it wasn't really that difficult. Once you've loosened the edges, it does just pop out. As you can see, it's all there and it's good to go. It is quite thick as well, so I hope I'm strong enough to keep busting this up. But I'll show you. All you have to do is pull off a corner and you can see all the gorgeous layers in there as well, and I do have glitter on both sides as well, so that is such a nice effect. Just break it up nice and even. It is good to have a few different shapes and sizes. I think that's kind of the charm of doing a brittle. Yeah, and then you can just keep breaking it apart. I'll show you a little time lapse of me breaking it all apart too. It is good fun, so if you need any stress relief, keep going with it. It's a really good thing to be doing. It is a bit sticky, but who cares? It's really good fun. Probably good to do with the kiddos too. So there you are.